People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting.
Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Evans. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This will be fielded at the 17. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. They'll find Lindsey here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Watch twitch. Watch twitch. Hey, quarter. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. He finds an opening past the 40. A 1st down there on a pickup at 25. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
I'm scared. Check. Lucky.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan.
Coming to you.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
I got him, man. Mark.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 10. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's Evans. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Back to throw is Evans. Throwing on 4th down. He's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Noah Fant with his second touchdown in this opening quarter as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Flushed out right. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Just like that. Just like that.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Watch the out. Watch the quarter.
And now it's Rosen looking. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a second down. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Hey, Charlie.
Rosen on 1st and 10. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing again, it's Rosen. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37.
First down, Tampa Bay.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go.
Now Evans operating from the gun. He completes this one to Mack. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Buccaneers 21, Vikings 7.
Here we go.
Evans now on 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Evans throwing again. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Off the play fake. Evans under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Check pass. Check back. Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
2nd and 11. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's their quarterback on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. On 3rd down, Rosen. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Here's Evans throwing on 1st down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Ready. Take the Pittsburgh. Here we go, D. Go. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Back to throw is Evans. From the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Rosen looking to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Play action here with Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
Motion.
To throw is Rosen. It's complete to Williams. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt you.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tack McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mack.
Complete to number 26.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Yeah, we'll see what his offense can do. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Now Evans to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 17.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to... Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Alert, alert. Hey, zoom. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Rosen will throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Watch 25. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike. Hey, alert, alert.
Me? You can't block me. Joker, 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 Joker.
What do you got?
3rd and long here for Rosen. He's got a man. It's Williams. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Rosen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, alert.
Another try after the first down sack. Rosen, he finds Taylor, complete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Evans now on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Marcus May, in there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Evans throwing on fourth down. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here's Rosen to throw. Going up top. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Looking to throw. Evans. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Dancing to his left, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Here's Evans throwing on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Rosen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Now it's Rosen, and he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Back to throw is Evans on 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Evans buying time to his left. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now Evans, off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you got a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13.
Hey, wahoo! Mike 20, Mike 20. All day, baby, all day. Hey, Mike 20.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Well, going deep here for Taylor. He's got a man, complete. The 20, 10, touchdown. Vikings. Taywan Taylor, 83 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Evans now throwing on 1st down. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. And now it's Rosen looking. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3. Hey, echo.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Evans, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. 20 down the numbers. There he goes. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Buccaneers. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. The score, Buccaneers 49, Vikings 14.
Check 3. 80.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
He's checking. Crash. Hug. Check 3. Hug. Monday.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bailey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. They'll look to throw on 1st down to Josh Rosen, eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. To throw is Rosen to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Again, it's Rosen. And that's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
There you go. Mike
Mike 35, Mike 35. Rip left.
Following the fumble recovery, Evans. He's going to fire one. And got his man complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. It's a gain of 35.
I got him.
Mike 35.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fight. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Let's get off the field.
Mike 35, Mike 35. And what's that?
Here's Evans operating from the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never play their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Single receiver. Over there. Single receiver. Check.
To try again after the sack. Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Noah Fant, 26 yards. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. After the sack on first down, Rosen, and the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Back to throw. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Fourth down, here's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, and now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Back to throw is Evans on first down. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Rosen off the play action. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a third down.
Watch motion, watch motion. Hey, Mike 20, Mike, alert, alert, alert.
Rosen will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to... Now the ball comes loose. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Well, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, take yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline...
Step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Stop here, D. Mike 20, Mike. Hey, box truck, box truck. Set the tone, defense, let's go.
Rosen on first and 10. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
Check pass, check pass. Mike 20, Mike 20.
Now Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third and long here for Rosen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game? And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Mike 35, Mike 35.
We don't want this.
Now Evans on 1st and 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.